these are genuinely 25 things that I have loved using this year. There's stuff ranging from under $10 to $1,000. So there's a big range of stuff. And like I said, it covers pet stuff, some personal like beauty stuff, skincare, some home electronics things. There's one thing I forgot to bring downstairs, but it's okay. I'll explain it to you. Won't have to demonstrate it. And we're basically just going to have some fun. The next thing I want to show you is another kind of semi-splurge thing. It is a pet stroller wagon. I'm going to try and demonstrate for you. I don't think Bert's going to be really interested in getting into it right now. I think he's a little bit over the evening. So let me give Bert his meds, and then I'm going to show you this stroller. Maybe he'll want to get in it. I don't know. Let's see. So, okay, this is the Wonderfold Pet Stroller wagon. I think it's $349, which I know is kind of a splurge for a dog thing, but if it's something that works for you, it's really, really worth it. Wonderfold is a brand that is known for making kids strollers, like for babies and kids. They also make wagons with all sorts of like inserts and add-ons and different things. There's all these moms. It's like a cult of like Wonderfold. I was taking photos and videos of Bert in this at the park recently, and all these moms were like, oh, is that the Wonderfold? Like they were so all about it. So check this out. It has this little locking kind of thing on the side. We're just going to take that off there, and then it opens up. We're going to snap it into place. Put this little Velcro thing over it. And then we're going to open up the handlebar. And check this out. This is a enormous, giant dog stroller wagon. So what's really cool about this, you're like, how are you going to get your giant dog in here? Well, I'm glad you asked. First of all, I'm going to hit the brake so that it's not like rolling around anywhere. And then I'm going to open this up. And it becomes a fold-out ramp. I hope you guys can see that. There's a fold-out ramp on the front and the back of this thing. Let's see if Bert wants to go check it out for just a second. Hey, Bert. I'm going to put a little dog bed in here just to make it a little bit easier for him. And put that out of the way. Hey, Bert. Pretty Bert. Come here a second. I'm going to see. We have been training with this, so let's see if he'll go. You want to go up in the ramp here? Go ahead. Come here, Bert. Go ahead. Ready? 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 Okay. There we go. All right, so we could close this up. This has a little zipper on both sides. I'm going to take the brake off and then stay there, Bert. Good boy. So you can see if you have a dog that has mobility issues, or you have a big dog who it's too hot in the summer to really go out or do things, or maybe you want to go somewhere where you can walk there, but you're worried about them being able to walk back, this wagon stroller is awesome. I also think if you do any kind of dog sports, this would be great. So like I said, we used to do barn hunt. Which way does this go? We used to do barn hunt together, and when you're not doing the runs, your dog has to kind of stay off to the side. This is like a little rolling X crate. So if you're taking a collapsible crate or something like that with you to dog sporting events, why not take your dog in here? You can roll them around. You can roll in all the stuff that you're planning on taking with you. It's very easy to manipulate around. Bert and I, we've done a little bit of training in here, not a ton, but he's already very comfortable with it. And then let me show you how it also opens up in the front here. So again, we're just going to unzip it here. And then, there you go, Bert. You can jump right out the front. Voila. So this is just really fun. There are some pockets on the front here, so you can put some supplies or treats or whatever it is, whatever you're taking with you. There is, I have folded it and put it away in here, but there is also like a cover that comes out across the entire top here. Let's see, let's just check it out. It's totally mesh, and it zips along the top. So if you are out on a trail or something with your dog and you want to make sure that they're not going to be able to hop out of here, if there's, you don't want that to happen, and there's not really a way to contain them, to like attach them on the inside. There's no tether or seatbelt or anything like that. So this extra additional mesh lid or cover, I don't know, lid is kind of a weird word to use for this, but this additional cover that you can put on here, it's totally mesh and lots of airflow. It's all mesh on the sides here as well. There's some additional, I don't know if this is like, I don't think it's a pocket, I think it's just reinforcement, but it's totally mesh on the side here, and then it has the ramp on the front and the back. So the ramp sides are not mesh, obviously, because they have to be this hard, sturdy material for your dog to be able to walk up on, but there is a great braking mechanism, which, let's see if I can get this so you can see my feet. It's just, you use your foot to turn the brake off, just like a kid's stroller. And then you use your foot to engage the brake, and it doesn't really go anywhere. The handlebar has this like faux leather covering on it. And then when you're ready to store it away, you just collapse that down. See, I'm gonna turn the brake off so that I can move this around a little bit. And then I have, this is just like a crepe mat, like really thin little bed in here. I just found that the like material of this was kind of slippery and hard for Bert to stand on by himself. So that's why I use the crepe mat inside of here as well. But then when you're ready to collapse it, let's see, there is some sort of trick. I remember. Inside here, there's just a little, like a little pulley. You just pull that up and then that's it. It collapses and it like self-locks itself right on here. So like I said, this is $349. It does come in other designs, so that there's a smaller, more normal sized one. It's really, really great. The brand is Wonderfold. I linked to it in my LTK, so you can get it directly from Wonderfold. It's large capacity stroller/wagon for pets. It is not available on the Amazon. So there are some Wonderfold strollers for kids that you can find on Amazon. This particular one is brand new this year. I actually got first dibs on trying it. They sent it to us like mid-summer, and we got to play around and test it out, and Bert is just like the perfect candidate for it. So if you know of any large dogs who maybe still want to get out and enjoy the world, this is great for enrichment because they can still go out and sniff things and socialize and see people and look at things and experience the world. A big problem that happens when dogs get older is that they're just limited to their house or their yard and they don't get to go out and explore things. So, this is a great solution for that. Your dog doesn't have to be contained to the house just because they're older and they can't get around. So I'm really enjoying this stroller. I just think there's so many opportunities for it. I never thought I would be a dog stroller mom, a stroller dog mom, because I always had big dogs and there's never been a pet stroller for big dogs before until this one from Wonderfold. It just came out this summer. It's brand new, so it's not even on Amazon, but I do link to it through my LTK. If you just scan the QR code here in the corner, you can go and check that out. Like I said, it is $349, and I bet you there's going to be some kind of Black Friday sales. So go click over there, check it out now, share it with your friends. There's a great video of Bert using it on my LTK, so if you go there, you can go check that out. Now, the next thing that I want to share with you, the next couple of things, are all senior dog and person related. So I'm going to do my best to demonstrate this next thing. But this is basically what it is. It is stairs for getting your dog in and out of the car. I'm going to see if we can just use the stroller as like a pretend car kind of thing. Let's roll it around. Let's roll it around. And is the brake on or off? I can never tell. Okay, now the brake's on. Okay. And push it against the fireplace and like just kind of try to keep it a little bit sturdy. So I want to show you these dog stairs. They're by a brand called Owleys, and I got these this year because I was using a dog ramp for a while, and I hated it. I hated it every day. It was the worst. The ramp was so big and bulky. Whoops. The ramp was so big and bulky, I was always like, There has to be a better solution out here. How has no one invented this? I was like, I'm ready to go out there and invent my own dog ramp because this thing is just the worst. It was so hard for me to set it up, to get it in and out of the car. It took up a huge area in the back of my car. And when I was using the ramp, I had Bert and Lucy. I'd actually bought the ramp years ago, but we never really got into the habit of using it because Lucy did not like the ramp. I guess she didn't like how it was open on the sides. She just didn't like the feeling of it. She didn't like the ramp. So although we had it for years, we never used it until she was diagnosed with cancer and she had a giant mass growing on her spleen because she had splenic mass hemangiosarcoma, which is a cancer of the lining of the blood cells. Anyhow, I didn't want to put any pressure on her belly. So for years, I had just been having her jump her front feet up into the back of my car, and then I was just kind of boosting up her rear end into the car. I have a crossover SUV, like a small SUV. But when Lucy got diagnosed with this mass, I no longer wanted to put that pressure on her belly and lift her up into the car that way. So I started using the ramp, but she freaking hated the ramp still. So she was really going against the ramp. And then Bert, on the other hand, I don't know if he hated it or loved it too much, but he would take a running start and then slam onto the ramp. And eventually it developed this hairline crack along the side of it. And it was getting worse and worse and worse until one day this summer he jumped on it and it just completely collapsed and fell apart. And I had to throw it in the garbage. So I went on the hunt. I'm like, there has to be something better. I had to replace it because he'd broken it in 2 pieces. So I went out and I discovered these stairs. Now let me show you how easy these are to set up. You just go like this. Imagine this is the back of my car, not like a dog stroller. Oh wait, I have an idea. Hold on. Okay, much better. Okay, so these stairs, you just pull them like this. They open up. They're totally collapsible. And if this was the boot of your car, this is where you would rest these handles. So it has these padded handles, so it's not going to ding up your car. And in fact, the back of the top stair is also padded with foam because I was also worried oh, it's going to ding up my the rear end of my car, but it's all padded in all the right places, so it does not. It's so thoughtful. So you open these up, you put this on the back tailgate, I guess. Is that what it's called? I don't tailgate, guys. But you put it on the tailgate of your car, and then your dog just boop, 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 walks right up the stairs. And this has been so much easier and so much better for us. I think it's just because the ramp was not natural feeling to the dogs. They were like, what is this? Why are we doing this? The stairs, I don't know if Lucy would have liked the stairs any better, but Bert takes to the stairs so much easier. It's so much easier to get him up and to get him back down. Just something about the ramp. It was like WWE every time he went to go use it. The stairs, he just gingerly walks up and just gingerly walks down. And actually he wears his rough wear harness, so I kind of give him some extra guidance. Again, with any of these things, you want to train your dog to use them. You can't just throw them into the deep end and expect them to know how to do it. But I love these. The other thing I love about them is that when I am done using them, I collapse them. I know you can't see this, but I collapse them down to the ground. I grab them with one hand and I throw them in the back of my car. And this is how big they are. It's the size of a tote bag, of not even a big tote bag. And so this is how much space it takes up in the back of my car versus that stinking ramp that took up so much space. The whole reason why I got my car was so my dogs would have a lot of space in the cargo area. And then more than half of the area was being taken up by this stupid ramp. So now with these stairs, they just kind of fit right on the side. They don't take up a lot of space. I love them. Now, I haven't told you how much they cost, so let me just consult my notes here. Okay, so if you look these up on Amazon, they are $153. However, I did not pay $153. I paid $40 for these. And how did I do that? I looked on Facebook Marketplace. So again, I'm not a good influencer because I'm telling you how to save money other places. But if you go on Facebook Marketplace, for some reason or another, there are always tons of dog stairs and dog ramps to get in and out of the car, on and off the couch or the bed or whatever. There's always tons. I don't know if it's because like people buy them and they like are lazy and don't train their dog to use them, so they're like, these don't work, I'm getting rid of them. Or sadly, I think it could be like their dog is old and they get it and then their dog passes away and they also end up never using it. But nonetheless, people are always selling these. So I bought these for $40. Oopsies, just knocked over my $1,000 dog collar. Excuse me. Just put that down here. And it's like made it so much easier to get Bert in and out of the car. I just love it so much. So anyhow, these are our dog stairs. I am going to be posting a video about these hopefully soon. You can click the QR code over here and you can go check them out. I linked to them on Amazon and LTK also. There's different versions of these. The brand that I got is called Owleez. I can't vouch for the other ones, but I really love these ones by Owleez. And like I said, I didn't pay $153. I paid $40 on Facebook Marketplace. It's eco-friendly. People are trying to get rid of things. You do have to meet someone in the grocery store parking lot in order to get them. But to me, it was well worth it. Plus, like, look how light they are. They're great. These are so sturdy. I would buy them again. If you're just tuning in, I have a QR code here in the corner of the screen. You can scan that. It'll take you to my website, wearwagrepeat.com/TSN, which stands for Tori Shopping Network. And you can find links to my Amazon and my LTK. LTK, if you don't know it, it's just like a aggregate kind of thing where you can tag products from anywhere on the internet, so they don't have to be on Amazon. They can be on any other site. There's a couple of things like my favorite ever poop bags, the hide and scent game, and then the Puppo clock box, which I haven't told you about yet, that you can only get on their sites. But I have links to all of those there. And for those 3 independent things that you have to get through their site, I have promo codes for all of them. So you can get a discount. Now, I knew this was going to happen. I knew I was going to get this down off of the mantle, and Bert was going to be like, let me in there. Let me have it. Okay, this is our next thing that we're talking about. Now, this is the joint supplement that I am using for Bert. He likes it a lot. He likes the taste of it. Here's what we're going to do, Bert. We're going to walk the walk and talk the talk. So I was showing you guys how much I love these topples because they fit together. So I'm going to take the large and the extra large. First of all, Bert already had some of these today, but he can have a couple more. I'm going to put 2 of these in there. So let me show you what they look like. This is what one looks like. It is like a little brown pellet thing, but I think they're beef flavored, I guess. I don't know if that's beef flavoring, but I'm just going to pop 2 of them in here. I usually throw these in Bert's food, but he's just so tempted to get involved in this. I'm going to use the topples that I was showing you about earlier. Like I said, the large and the extra large fit together. I'm going to give this to Bert, and I'm sure he's going to figure out how to get it apart. So here you go, Bert. And Bert's going to end up knocking over this entire table because I gave him this treat, and he's pushing it all over the place. Okay, maybe 2 hours is as much as I can do because we're starting to lose our minds over here. But anyhow, this is the joint supplement that we have been using all year. I was using Wagworthy Naturals for years. That was my friend Jane's business. Wagworthy was awesome. I love the ingredients. I knew the founder of it, but she unfortunately closed and moved into a different direction this year. So I had to go out and seek a different joint supplement. And so this is what I went with. This is the Nature Vet Joint Health Advanced Joint Care. It doesn't say it on here. Oh, it does, down here. Level 3. So this is the level 3. It is the most advanced concentrated formula. So for a senior dog, this is what I decided was best for us. It has all the top hitters of what you want in a joint supplement. So it's got glucosamine, MSM, chondroitin, green-lipped mussels. It also has an enzyme blend in here. It has Boswellia serrata, which is something you should look for in your joint supplements as well. And then it also has hyaluronic acid. So hyaluronic acid is also a really great thing to add to your joint supplements. I'm going to have to hide these because Bert's just going to be so into them. They do smell really good, apparently. But the hyaluronic acid, I think it helps a lot with the lubrication of the joint. So that's listed on here. This supports connective tissue, cartilage health, joint movement, and lubrication of the joints. So that's something that my friend Jane, when she had Wagworthy Naturals, was always talking to me about. Vitamin C is great for joints too. There is vitamin C in this supplement. So it really has like everything that I want in a joint supplement. So this is available pretty much, let's see, anywhere that you want to shop. So click on any of my links. I believe on Amazon it's listed as $54.99 for this container. There are 180 soft chews in here. I give Bert 5 a day. I could go as high as 6 a day. On the back of here, it says for dogs 80 pounds and over 6 soft chews a day. So he is kind of in that range. I give him 5. Sometimes he might get 6. It seems like a lot, but you really want to make sure that your dog's getting the right dosage of all these ingredients. So glucosamine, chondroitin, MSM, Boswellia serrata, vitamin C, all these things. You want to make sure your dog is getting the right dosage, because if you're giving them too low of a dosage, it's not going to do them any good. So I love this. I put this on auto ship because I never want to forget about it, but it's $54.99 on Amazon. Click my little link, scan the QR code, and you can go and find it. People are always asking me for joint supplement recommendations. This is something that clearly Bert is dying to get his paws on. He would eat the whole thing, but then he'd probably poop everywhere. But then I could use my poop bags to clean it up, I guess. So I really, really love this. It's a great joint supplement, and I think Bert's doing really well. It also has the NASC seal of approval, which is the National Animal Supplement Council. So it's just really great. There's like no added junk. It's great. I just add it to Bert's food, but you could turn it into an enrichment game by putting it into a topple or something like that. Now, I was telling you about how we were going to talk about some like older dog items. So we have the stroller is great for older dogs. The stairs to get in the car are great for older dogs, but also great for any large breed dog or any dog that has joint issues. Even like little dogs like dachshunds are known for having joint issues. So you want to like discourage your dog from jumping in and out of the car. I know it seems dramatic because they jump off and off, on and off of like crazy things out in the woods, but we just want to reduce the impact on their joints as much as we can to keep them healthy for as long as possible. Bert's over there still trying to get those little supplements out of the topples that I smushed together. I don't know if you can hear him kind of pawing away at that, but hopefully he gets them out soon. So we covered the stairs, the stroller, and the joint supplement. Now there's one other thing that is joint related, but it's for people. It's for me and for you. So this is Nature's Willow. This is a product that I discovered this year, and I actually had the chance to go on a call. There was like a big group call with a bunch of influencers with the founder of this. So the woman who created this, it's a woman-owned business, so I love that, of course. It's a small business, and they're based, I think, down in Nashville. And she created this for her mom. So her mom had bad arthritis and also very sensitive skin. And the problem with a lot of like the Icy Hot and BioFreeze and stuff like that is that they had really strong ingredients that irritated her skin. So this woman did a lot of research to find natural ingredients, and it turns out willow bark is a natural pain reliever or anti-inflammatory. So this has that, and it also has a menthol ingredient, a camphor, and it's just really great. It has this willow bark extract as well, and it's just a very nice, clean, and natural thing. So it comes in a cream that you can apply like to your sore shoulders or your neck or whatever, your knee, your hip, like wherever you're not feeling so great. It also just kind of wakes you up. But what I love about this one, so when you buy the cream, you get it on your hands, and then you have to wash your hands, because if you touch your eyes after putting this on, it's going to be like touching your eyes after putting like Icy Hot on. So you don't want to do that. It smells so invigorating and nice. But this is the roller ball applicator. So you can just kind of roll it on. It's a little squeeze, so if you squeeze it, a lot more will come out. But you can just roll it on wherever you want, and it doesn't get on your fingers at all. So then you can just put the cap on. And it's been really great. I've gotten my boyfriend Michael completely hooked on this stuff. We have bottles of it. We don't live together, so there's like bottles of it at his house, bottles at my house. We take it on vacation with us. We freaking love this stuff. I think I also brought over, oh yeah, they have a itch relief cream. I am a mosquito magnet. I get a million mosquito bites in the summer. So I also have their itch relief cream, and I've been putting that on all of my mosquito bites all summer. But it's just an awesome woman-owned brand. You can buy this on Amazon. So if you scan my little link there, you'll be able to go and check that out. It doesn't have any artificial fragrances, no dyes, no parabens, no gross chemicals. It's a very nice, trustworthy formulation that's not going to irritate sensitive skin. When I was on this call with the other influencers, I don't even know how I ended up in this group of people because they are people who have chronic arthritis or rheumatoid arthritis, and there was just people who really, really needed clinical strength pain relief and inflammation relief help. And I was just in there oh, I'm a dog mom. But I do freaking love this stuff so much. So I'm glad I got in their loop. But some of the people in there were talking about sometimes when you have an autoimmune disease, am I using the right word? You'll do a elimination diet where you try to figure out what's triggering your inflammation. And sometimes nightshades, which are certain types of peppers, can trigger your inflammation. And so sometimes, not this, but other products that are menthol-y like this contain capsaicin. And capsaicin is from peppers. And so people who are on a diet where they don't eat nightshades because it causes inflammation, they can't apply a cream full of capsaicin to their skin. It's not going to help them in any way. It's going to make their condition worse. So they were talking about how this doesn't have that ingredient. There's no capsaicin in here. So I just thought that was so fascinating. I was like, wow, these people in this group really have very specific needs, and this cream is a good solution for them. So it is retailing for $14.99. Let's see, I have it in my notes, but now that I see that, I'm not sure if that's the right number because I linked to a couple different things. There's a 3-pack of the cream, there's the itch relief cream, and there's also patches. So if you ever have your back is just killing you, my back was killing me earlier this year because I was sleeping on the couch for months when Lucy was sleeping downstairs. And so I was putting the willow bark or the Nature's Willow patches, which are an icy hot patch. I was putting that on my back. So I linked to all of these. They're all on Amazon. Just go and scan my QR code and go over to my Amazon and you can find all of the stuff. It's a women-owned brand, very natural, very safe, smells good, feels good, and it genuinely actually works. So if you're out there walking dogs a lot, I'm sure that you have some aches and pains. Maybe you get yanked in the wrong direction one day. This is something you definitely want to keep around the house for sure. Scan that QR code in the corner here or go to wearwagrepeat.com/TSN, which stands for Tori Shopping Network, and you can check out all the things that I linked to on Amazon and LTK, and then the couple of things that are only available on their own site, like Green Line, Hide and Scent, and a couple others are listed right there on that page. All right, so